Hey, what's that? Been a long weekend. Yeah, let me see. Just wanted to jump on and talk about a few randoms and just see what's going on. Uh, First thing, let me just say, man, I want to thank God for giving me giving us such a glorious weekend. Uh, Chaplain King with Life on Life Fellowship. Man, you did that. My sister Chantrell, Tierson, man, Candy, my baby Jessica, man, all y'all did that. Thank you for coming through for me in our beat community efforts. I want to kind of like mention everybody that played a big part in all of that coming on and coming to pass, man. Came up as an idea from Chaplain King, man, and I thank God for him and all that he's done, man. He extended the opportunity. Davita, yeah, you missed it, Davita. Man, the food was good, man. We worked long and hard trying to get all the food prepared, ham, yam, and just wanted to bless the people of Mound Bayou and give them something, man. I want to begin to give back, to my community, man. Let them know that they are important too, just to ordinary people. So many people give to so many other things that we forget about the people that we grew up with. Hey, pretty baby, what's up? Hey, Miranda, hey, sis. What's up? How the family doing? Tell Nick I said, what's up? But, yes, it was, man, I can't even describe it. I'm having problems uploading my video, but I get them done. I'll post some pictures. Hopefully real soon of the event. We had a feed in the community in Mound Bayou. And, man, it was all that God could have blessed me with and more. It was really good. It was a really good turnout. We fed about 150, 160 people. And hopefully they enjoyed the food. I understand. So again, I want to thank Life on Life Fellowship and George King, my sister Chantrell Tierson, Jessica, my brother Tony, man. So many people came through. Canez and Camellia, man. Oh my man, for letting us, use their venue, Schooler's Place, and so hopefully we'll be doing more events here in Mound Bayou. Hopefully we can work with Schooler's, Canez, and Camilla again with when we do something for Christmas. We're planning on doing something for Christmas, but we'll see. It's just up in the air right now, so we'll see. We want to do some things, so just want to see how things played out. So many times people will get their roots, and we don't put back into where we came up at. It's like a forgotten art that people have came across to do. Yeah, I know I sound exhausted because it's been a long weekend, man. Just cooking and preparing, but by the grace of God, man, everything came out good. I'm gonna jump around a little bit. Well, before I come back and thank some of the people. Well, let me go ahead and thank some of the people that played a big part. Some of my co-workers, they pitched in and stuff. Superintendent Morrison from MDOC, thank him for stopping by and ensuring that everything went well. Chiefs Stancil, man, we thank her for her contribution and making everything go well. But man, I can't say enough with Vows. Y'all know, thank you, baby. Y'all know that early in the year when I first got home, when the COVID first hit, I had a big run-in with Val. And the one thing that they did was, they extended an olive branch and we found common ground to coexist. But I can't thank Jason and Rodney enough for contributing to our cause and feeding Mound Bayou. I posted their signs and hopefully I can post some pictures on their website on Vows. Hey man, can't thank my man DCI, man, Mr. J Matter, man. I appreciate everything that you've done for the community of Mound Bayou, me and all of us, man. All of us as Chaplain, man. Chaplain Sidney Deloach, he came over and everything, man. This is one of the things, the dog tags that we passed out. And it was truly a blessing, man, to be able to give back to the place that I grew up in and, want to restore some of its greatness back to this town and stuff. And maybe to change the mindset of the people here, man. People have become so independent to where they don't want to do. Hey, what's up, Lisa? that they don't want to help each other. And that's how we came up back in the old days, man. Everybody fed everybody who didn't have anything. And people don't want to give back now. Everybody want to do everything. Everybody want to do is take. So again, man, thank you, Jay, man, for all that you've done, for me and us over there. What's up, Kevin? You too, man. Hopefully we can get more people involved and stuff. We were able to feed about 150 to 160 people, and it went out great. I want to thank Canez, for staying all the way to the end and ensure that we had all my nephews, Mark Keevan and Samaje, they took pictures and filmed the event. So that's one of the things that I want to do. Try to, share everything with the public. I know I didn't get the flyer out fast enough for people to get the message and show up, but we still fed about 150, 160 people. So we just want to feed until all the food was gone, and that's something that we did. Once word spread, a lot of people came through, and I'll be posting that video and film soon. One of the things I do, I still advocate for people who are incarcerated and try to be a voice for them. I want to speak on some of the things that's going on in the federal system, like Forest City, Arkansas. We have a high rate of COVID there. So I want to tell people that are, reach out to your loved ones and check on them and things, man. There's so much going on inside that we forget that we have to check on them too. With no visit happening since February within the federal system, we've seemed to forgot that we still have to fight for them. My brother Marcus Boyd and so many others who are still lost behind the 101 crack law that Congress doesn't want to change and stuff. So I just want to encourage everybody. What's up, John? Looking for another interview. I had a great one with Chili Mose out of California last week. So whenever you're ready, John, I'll be ready to do. We can hook up on our podcast, and maybe this time I can interview you, on my podcast on Sail with Sippy. So I'll be looking for you, John. Just hope we can keep everything going and everything. But again, man, I think I just want to kind of just reiterate everything that's going on, man. COVID is still real. We have to still continue to. The numbers are increasingly going up every day, and people are taking it for granted until they start seeing their loved ones beside them dying, man. You got to wash your hands. You got to wear your mask, man. Change your mask. I'm looking at, close friends of mine. I used to always think, even though I knew it was real all the time, you don't really think it was as bad as it was until people started dying from it. People that started dying from it. And so we had a few people here in Mound Bayou to die. My classmate Samuel Brown and a few other people, man. So it's a hurting thing when it hits close to home. So it's still real, man. It's going to get worse before it gets better. So we have to continue to be safe, man. And when we go out into the public, man, and even in all the other states, the surrounding state, it's going up higher and higher. So we just still got to practice safe social distancing and just safe hygiene practices, man, so we can keep each other safe. Our kids, man, people are coming into the places all over, man, without masks and everything, man. So, man, respect the other person. So you're not wearing a mask just to protect you. You're wearing a mask to protect the other people because they're saying it's airborne and the symptoms and everything are changing every day. Not everybody has a fever, and they're still spreading. People who are asymptomatic or spreading the virus and stuff. So we got to be mindful of that too. So it's just one of the things, man. But tonight, man, it's just about giving back and giving glory to God for everything that's been going on, man. He's blessed my life since I've been home. I've only been home 11 months. A total about 10 and a half, close to 11 months. But it's been I won't say rough, but it's been a challenging reacclimation back into society. But it's been one of the most beautiful experiences, man. I met a great group of people, a great group of co-workers, man, and the head chaplain, Ron Olivier, his wife came down yesterday. He had a meeting, so he was. What's up, Charles? How's everything going with Charles' case and everything? Please keep me posted. Free MC Charles, with Rufus Rochelle and everybody, man. We're still working with Amy and so many others, man. Janissa, just trying to get some support and getting clemency for him and so many others, who are still, how you doing? Yeah, so we're still advocating. I know I haven't been on the advocating scene because my co-partner, my co-host, James Jones, he's been sick with COVID, and he's a young man, so he was in the hospital with COVID up in D.C. So it's a serious thing, man. It's a serious thing, so we have to, we're going to be back on it, man. We want to work with you and try to get some clemencies before Trump gets out of office, and have some stuff that we can present to the incoming administration and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, so they can right some of those wrongs that they committed during the war on drugs. So we got to try to do that. Hey, Mimi, how you doing? So yeah, I try. Is he? Where is he located now? Where is he located? So yeah, kind of keep that, man. So it's serious inside, man. The one thing I can say about the Mississippi prison, that we have the lowest rate inside of our prison as far as COVID compared to any other state, and I try to keep up with it as far as anything. And that's one of the things that I like to applaud Superintendent Morris for is, man, him and Chief Stansel, they really, and the medical staff, Dr. Gleason and the PA, they really do a good job of keeping everybody safe and keeping hand sanitizers and keeping people, thank you, keeping people safe. Oh, he's in Indiana at the Terry Hut? Okay, all right, yeah. I heard they had a lot of cases there, man, to where they're putting people in different units, and they're still. But one thing they have done, they've stopped the movement, within the prison back and forth. So they're kind of containing and everything, just to try to keep people safe until we get a safe vaccine. Me personally, I'm really scared of the vaccine, and it's just a personal thing because I just think that people are in such a rush to get a vaccine out that they're going to come. And it's all about money. It's all about money in the beginning. So many people are trying to pump it out so they can sell these vaccines higher. And I don't think that they've been tested enough or proven. And what a vaccine does, it actually gives you the virus and its symptoms. So that's one of the things, while I was inside, I took the flu vaccine one time, man. The thing almost, sent me to another world. So from then on, I never took another vaccine. What I did was I started rinsing my sinuses out because they said that, that most of the viruses like flu and colds and all that live within your sinus. It's a painful process, but it's one of the things that has worked for me over the years. And we all should be scared. And one thing about fear, man, fear will force you into being safe. You know what I mean? And so I just think that we have to continue to be safe and let that fear make us do things safely and protect ourselves. You know what I mean? Man, wash your hands and wash your hands. You know what I mean? I know there's still a shortage on Lysol and cleaning products and everything, man, but we still, soap and water, man, has always worked, for ages, and then temperature, washing your hands with hot water and everything, man. So, man, please stay safe, man. We're not, our elderly people, even young people think it's something that, it's not a race thing, man. It's a human thing. So a lot of people, black and white, are dying from the virus. There's not a hospital bed or ICU bed anywhere in this country, anywhere in the state of Mississippi, in Indiana, or anywhere. There's no more rooms in the morgue, so we have to be mindful and we have to be careful of not to be a statistic. So the best thing we can do that is to be safe, man. So I was supposed to go out of town this weekend to see my kids, man. So I chose to stay home because of the numbers in Indiana that were rising, and over the highway, so many people are traveling. They're saying that a lot of people are getting sick at all these truck stop and gas stations where people stop and fill up and stuff, so people are not cleaning those, you know what I mean? Okay, thank you too, man. Just keep in touch and keep me posted. Keep me posted on how he's doing and how he's recovering, so yeah, take care. Tell your daughter to be safe at school and stuff. Is she doing online or is she at school, actually at school? But thank you, man. I appreciate you guys too, man. I want to just continue to try to find a way to advocate for those who are, still who are wrongfully convicted, or give a shout out to Michaela McLean in Hattiesburg, her and her nonprofit, man. They're really helping people and everything. You know what I mean? So she has a nonprofit that raises Ann, or hey, how you doing, Miss Ann? I'm still high. I'm still seated at the table. That was my spiritual retreat in Sealy, Texas this week. This is Pastor Ann. Man, thank you and Rusty, man, for having us, man. It's still everything that you've given me. The book by me, it's been helpful. Matter of fact, I still got it on my bed to where I read it, and every time I read that chapter over, it's amazing how the revelation of God continues to grow within inside me, how you see things in life a little bit different. I still been talking to Darren and trying to mentor him, just to show him it only takes one time for him to get in trouble. So it's been good, man. I haven't talked to him as much as I wanted to, so make sure you let Trish and Aaron know, that during my busyness, I still try to reach out to him and talk to him. I actually talked to him yesterday, and just to share with him some things and just try to keep his mind on the right track, so that he won't fall by the wayside. So many kids fall prey to bullying and peer pressure. So that's one of the things I want to instill in kids: the power to stand alone, independently, and apart from anybody else. Don't let anybody make a choice for you that could cost you your life. There's so many people who are in jail as first-time offender that has life sentence. In the instance of Quentin Sanders, he got 51 years, but for him, at a 17-year-old, 51 years is a life sentence. It's sad that we, as the Reinvention Center, myself and I with my advocacy agency, and Lisa Riley, we weren't able to amicably work with his family, so we kind of pulled back in everything that we had done, even with planning the rally and everything. But I pray that he finds somebody who would take on his case. We were trying to get him clemency, and I think that we were making great progress in his case. But due to circumstances, when everybody wants to be chiefs, when too many people want to be chief, man, it's just so many. Thank you, Mimi. It's just so many things that people don't understand, that when you're advocating for people and when you're trying to get them clemencies, it's just certain things and a certain process that you have to do. And people think that in the case of our state prison, people think that it's just going to be a magic wand that's going to change everything. Everything has to be changed. I was reading something the other day, a post that somebody made about our incoming commissioner, like what kind of dream, man, he has that he's trying to sell to people in Mississippi. Man, when I tell you, I watched over the years while I was incarcerated so many documentaries on Angola and his method, and I can see why it works, because the power of God changes everything. And so the first thing, a lot of things that people don't understand, that everything about that's wrong with the Mississippi prison is in legislation. But some of these same people hadn't voted. They don't understand that people who are incarcerated can vote. So we got to educate our people who are incarcerated to get them to register to vote, so they can have a voice in their own situation. They can vote for these state legislators who don't vote for 21, 23. They can vote them in or out. But yet we sit around and we complain about what's happening to us, but we won't even get out and get off the porch and go and vote, so we can change our own situation and circumstance. You understand? So stop complaining about the direction a person is trying to take us, as opposed to seeing what we can do to help, or what we can do to help from the other side. We're so quick to judge and complain that we don't even look at how we can get up off our behinds and help people. You know what I mean? So we're just looking at everything from the outside in. And then we'll look, man, when I tell you, man, like during my incarceration, there was a lot of people who didn't want to get out of jail, who were inside preparing to become a better criminal. You understand? They weren't taking the classes or the necessary vocational training that was afforded to them that was free, yet and still they were trying to connect with other people. Like, that's the thing about the feds. You got Colombians, you got Jamaicans and everything. They were trying to build themselves a better connect. Ain't that right, Rome? You know what I mean? And so, matter of fact, Mr. Davis can tell you he's home now. He was blessed to get the compassion relief, and so he can tell you, man, you got people inside who are doing just as much wrong inside as they are out here. Christian Turners, most of my people, these are formerly incarcerated people. They can tell you, man, there's people inside who have a system and network of criminal activity. That's their business because they're inside and they haven't chosen to change. So they're inside becoming a better criminal for them to come outside. I know everybody always talk about the thing. See, here, this is the thing. People sit back and complain. Let me address the people who don't think that there's a problem with the system. The first thing is so many people outside that think that everybody inside deserves to be in prison. That's not true. I'm not saying everybody inside is innocent, but there are so many people who have been overly sentenced. That's in the state and the Fed. That's in all 50 states. And it's just how the justice system is designed. It's designed with the 13th Amendment and so many others. But that's a topic for another day. Let me address these people who are sitting back saying, well, I don't have anything to do with that. That doesn't affect me. But the very minute that your son goes to prison and they give him a life sentence, then you want to advocate for him. Then you want everybody to hear your cry. You know what I mean? I always tell people, nobody thinks about incarceration past their loved one. And people who don't have anybody incarcerated ain't got a damn thing to say, about people who are incarcerated. They just think it's a problem that doesn't affect them. You know what I mean? But it's costing taxpayer money to keep people in prison. The overcrowding prison system. And that's everywhere. That's Illinois, Mississippi, the federal system. The federal system has such a gag order on the media. Man, there's so much that happens in the Fed that's 10 times worse than the state. And then these people who, now that's those people, who sit back and think that it doesn't affect them. You're paying $33,000 a year for a federal inmate. I think it was $36,500 when I got between $33,500 and $30, depending on what custody he's in. Every taxpayer that's working is paying that. That's what it costs to house an inmate. So you're talking about 300,000 and 400,000 inmates who are in prison. That's taxpayers' dollar that is costing us to house these people. We're talking about at least 40% of the prison system are first-time nonviolent drug offenders. It's over 68 to 70% of African Americans who are in prison. So you're talking about roughly 50 to 55% who are first-time nonviolent drug offenders, and the feds do not have parole. You know what I'm saying? So we sit around and we complain about this, but we don't even try to come out and talk to our politicians out or find a way or common ground how we can help people who are incarcerated. Meaning, checking on the conditions of the people, both federal and states. Meaning, getting with our local politicians and our state politicians to see what laws we can pass. Like, how can we come up with a system to where we can ease the overcrowding? You know what I mean? And so the one thing that I seen that worked in Louisiana was the reentry court. It went from there to Virginia and to Illinois. And what reentry court is, that they give a person an alternative sentence for him to complete programs to where he get time off his sentence. He don't have to go do all of his time. Now, if he comes out and he violates, then he has to go back and do whatever crime, whatever time he gets for his new crime and the time that he has backed up. So I think that's an alternative. A lot of people get there are a lot of kids who made mistakes as a 16 or a 17-year-old that are sitting in prison with a life sentence. And so that's the thing that we need to fix, man. Incarcerating our juvenile, especially our African American, when politicians, prosecutors, and legislators can choose who they prosecute for certain crimes, and judges can choose how much time they can give a person based on his race or his economic status, then that's where we had a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing about the federal system. The federal system, man, denying people the access to good medical care. You know what I'm saying? They don't, man, they think, I'm telling you, man, I guarantee you, if you look at the federal system, I'll bet you ibuprofen is one of their biggest sponsors, because no matter what you get, if you had the flu or anything, you get an ibuprofen. If you got cut or anything, or you got stabbed, you're going to get some 400 ibuprofen. You know what I mean? So I just really believe, man, that the web of politicians, judges, and everybody that's intertwined within the federal justice system is more about big business than it is about justice. Because there's no way that anybody should still be in prison for a nonviolent crime. Not to the extent, man. You talking about people got 70 and 80 years for 924C. You know, that's just for possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Not shooting at anybody, not hitting anybody, not kidnapping anybody. So let's just say they committed a crime, they committed a drug crime, and they had a pistol with them. So they get a 924C charge, and they get an extra 40, 50 years. You know what I mean? In prison. Stacked on top of the original sentence. They get a 2-year drug sentence. I've seen guys with 2 and 3 year drug sentence. They got a 50-year gun sentence. When I say 50 years, that means 5 on 5 on 5 on 5. Once he finish one 5-year sentence, then it starts on another 5-year sentence. And that's one of the things that I want to do next time we start with the Reinvention Center, is try to break down the sentencing schemes and structures that they use to how to keep us incarcerated. You know, in education, is just knowing and understanding the structure of the laws that affect us. That's what we got to educate our kids. Another thing I was talking to my baby about today was, like, all the kids who are in prison or acting up, I guarantee you that you can trace their educational history back. How you doing, T? You can trace their educational history back and find out that these were problem kids that the system couldn't do anything with. So what they did was they passed them along to the next grade. You know what I mean? Because most of the ones, they're not educated. You know what I mean? They had problems. They were problem kids in elementary school, even in kindergarten, man. You can tell when you have bad kids. And I have enough school teachers in my family. And a little while that I taught at ITM during my tenure when I was in high school, that, man, you got some bad kids in school that parents can't do anything about. And the parents always run down to this thing and want to argue with the teacher about these kids when they know then 2 or 3 years later they can't handle him. He's committed a violent crime and a heinous crime that's landed him in prison for 99 years or he gets a life sentence. So then they wonder, where did they go wrong with that child? You went wrong when you start taking this side and you believe everything you know they say. I watch kids around here now, man, just sitting. You try to talk to them. I got 2 nephews right now, man, that I'm trying to keep from going to federal prison. You know, Davita, and you know who I'm talking about. Because if they don't straighten up, man, they got a law, man. I keep telling people, and I want to always emphasize this. They got a gang structure law, a gang law to where if you are on count or you're a known gang member and you're with another gang member, you can commit a petty crime. The feds can come in and charge you with the RICO Act. If you don't know what the RICO Act, man, before you get off, please Google it and see. You know what I mean? So you're talking about 2 teenagers that are hanging out, walking around the street, claiming to be Vice Lord, GD, Bloods, or Crip, or whatever they're claiming to be, that they can be together, and one of them can go in the store and steal something, commit a theft, because two or three of them are together, then they're can be charged with a conspiracy to commit theft or any kind of petty crime, and they can be charged with that Gangland RICO Act. Man, the feds have an all-out war on us. When you look at the gangs, when you think about it, you look at any movie, you look at any street, and you're talking about gangs. What color or what race of people are more associated with gangs? It's us as African American. You know what I mean? That's not to say that white kids are not committing crimes or anything. It's just that we have a target. Our kids have a target on their back from 11, 12, 13, and 14 years old. And some of these kids, man, are actually destructive, man. You look at the thing that's going on in St. Petersburg, Florida, how they have a war, man. They don't even know. You're talking about rap music. They're into it about lyrics on a rap song, man. You know what I mean? And half of them have never lived this life, and then they're going up shooting up, and everybody that's getting killed in St. Pete right now are innocent bystanders, where they're going in and shooting up these people, 25 and 30 people, man, at a time, getting shot. You're talking about back and forth, man. Right now in New Orleans, same thing. Atlanta, same thing, man. So we're killing each other over rap lyrics. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the battle that Jeezy and Gucci Man having. You know what I mean? Back and forth. Rap lyrics, man. Rap lyrics. Everybody want to be, I guess, the toughest rapper or whatever. You know what I mean? Until one of them goes to prison and get a life sentence, and now here we go. We got all kind of people coming out saying that he should be free. Man, I try to advocate for people. One thing about it, man, when I advocate for somebody, I try to do a history on them and to see the type of life he was living before I stick my neck out for them. Because I've been in prison, some of the most violent prison, you know, in the United States, to where the murder rate was just as high in prison as it was in the same city that we were in. We had more people that were killed inside of Beaumont Penitentiary than was killed in the city of Beaumont, you know, during the same year. And that was like for 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? So you got the same violence inside as you do outside. I said all that to say that, man, we have to know that there's some violent young men out there, both black and white. But our crimes, our sentencing structure are totally different. You know what I mean? You know, I know y'all always say, man, you know, he playing the race card or whatever. Look what they did for Dylan Roof when he killed the people in South Carolina. Man, they took him to get a hamburger without cuffs or shackles. You know what I mean? And that's just different, man. That just, you know, that's the truth. And the truth is the truth, man. And so, if you don't think that they have a target on all the young black boys, man, you're mistaken, man. You're mistaken. And if you don't think that they're building prisons based on our 3rd and 4th grade students' reading level, then you are sadly mistaken. You know what I mean? Especially right here in Mississippi. You know what I mean? Where they're giving out juveniles life sentence. So they're skirting the life sentence by giving them 70. They're giving them numbers of years instead of saying life. The judges have gotten smart because of Miller versus Alabama. They're giving them time in years. You're giving them 99 years when the life expectancy is only 70 years, 70, 75 years for an African-American male. But you're giving him 80 years in prison. What's up, chap? How you doing? Man, thank you, man, for all that you do for us, man, and guiding us and teaching us how to become better men of God. You know what I mean? I think our daily devotion, man, is a constant reminder of our mission and how we're God ordained. I think the thing is one of the biggest things that you said to me this past week, and you always do all the time. One of the biggest things that you said to me is men see it as prophecy, but to God, it's already done. So I took that, and you explained it also to me that, we, even with the change there where we work at, that we have to, that it's going to happen with or without us. Now, we've been blessed to be chosen to be part of the change, but we have to keep our way, will, and action in line with God's word in order for us to rise and be a part of that change when it comes to pass. Because it's going to come to pass, because God has already ordained that to come to pass. So that's what I want to tell people. There's some things in your life that's going on that's God ordained. Now, you can stay in line with the word of God and change and be a part of that change, or, you can do it on your own, man, because one thing about it, if God says it's already done, then it's already done. What men see as prophecy, God sees already done. And so that's one of the things, man. So I want to always thank you. I want to always thank you for filling my sponge up, with the word of God daily, not just in words, but in your action and how you treat us. Boy, you got a tough job, because all of us are individual in our own way, and all of us are strong-willed men of God. But we all are unique in our own way. From pastor wise from chaplain wise to chaplain Sidney to myself and Chaplain King, man. So we're all, man, you're doing an outstanding job, man. So I thank God for allowing us to cross paths. And it's been an honor and a pleasure working with you, man. Thank you for allowing Tirson to come and help us yesterday, man. It went beautiful. Now I had a picture soon, so I'll be able to. Okay, prophecy is only God giving man a glimpse of what has already happened. Amen. Amen. And so that's the thing, man. We have to get together and become that instrument of change. And first, in order for us to be an instrument of change for our community, we have to first be an instrument of change for ourselves. We have to change ourselves and change and line our lives up with God's word. So I can't help anybody else or I can't change anybody else or even help anybody else until I change and help myself. So that's one of the things that I'm learning, man. I try to give back, man, in how my mother and father raised me to be. I want to thank that's Mama Dear, man. She's rest in peace. So we have to we have to take what our parents have given us and pass that on to somebody else, and to be what they poured into us. You know what I mean? So that's why I always try to give back. I give back, man, because I see it as God blessing me. So He allowed me to be, man, we were blessed, man. Her and Chantrell, man. Chantrell ran that kitchen, man, like a soldier. When I tell you, man, she, hey, it was just a blessing, man. We hate that you weren't there, man, but, on the next one, when we do our thing in December, man, we're hoping that you're going to be there, standing beside us. And, thank y'all for blessing my little old community, man, little all-black town of Mound Bayou. So, yeah, we're going to do a lot more, man. Thank you for guiding me into the will of God. Yeah, we will, man. Yeah. But it's just been a super blessing, man. It's been a super blessing. Now, let's see. There's something, man, that I really wanted to touch on tonight. How can I say it lightly? We have to let's see. So when Tia showed up, that's true. What you're saying? She's not your better half. She's your better whole. Well, my better whole was there too, and Chaplain King's better whole was there too, man. So Jessica was there. They showed up. They showed out. My sis Chantrell was there. She showed up. So we all did it. Then you even had little Rodriguez there, huh? Yeah. But look, long story short, man, I thank all you guys for coming out. I'm going to be back heavy on my advocacy. I have my braces and stuff. You know, there. I'm asking people to purchase them so we can help fight mass incarceration. I got to figure out a way. You know, you got to pay the postage. They're $1. You know, these are done by, they say it's time for change. If you want to see, they got the little handcuffs on them. They got the little chain, shackle breaking. It's time for change. I have a few hundred of them. We're going to order some more. You know. If you want your dog tags, they're scriptural. They have different passages from the Bible and stuff. These were given by Life on Life Fellowship and Chaplain George King at Feed the Community. We had a few left over. Maybe 30 or 40, man. You hit me up, DM me, man, I'll send you one. You pay the postage, and I'll get one to you. You know, so they're just different dog tags, man, with scriptures on them and stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to make a contribution or a donation to sale or anything, that's fine. If not, you know, it's okay. Just help us change mass incarceration and, you know, do the work or whatever. You know, so just DM me, you know, with your address or whatever. You know, I have a Cash App, and I'll give you my Cash App or whatever. If you want to mail in for one, that's fine. Or find 1, 2, 3, 5. You know how they go. You know, so I have a few people that already order them. I got to get them mailed out, and it's just, you know. So it's just some of the things I'm trying to do. We're going to do some T-shirts as soon as my sons and them get together and finish up my Two Black website. You know, we've been working on that and everything with a lot of stuff going on. November is a hard month for us and for my family. You know what I mean? They lost their brother and my son in the month of November, so you know we spent a lot of time grieving. You know, so you know it's no excuse, but it's painful, man, when we lose somebody. Then we just lost to another family member in Aura, you know, Aura Campbell, Aura Bolden, or Aura Campbell as people know her. That was mine. You know, she passed away Friday night, so you know what I mean? You know, I'm not looking for sympathy, man. I'm just looking for prayer. You know, if you want to pray for our family and stuff, pray for Sabrina and everybody, man, and Rhonda. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things. You know, their mom passed. That's my nieces, Angela and Lisa, and my nephew Robert and James. That's their sister. You know what I mean? So it's always painful. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful out here, man. Man, we're losing so many people so fast, man, that we can't even hardly keep up, man. You know, not only from violence, but you know, from COVID and just so many things, man. People are really, really passing. So, hey, Miss Creighton, how you doing? I hope you enjoyed your tray yesterday. Yeah, Canez really, really helped us out with letting us use Scooter, and so we'll be doing something in December. Not quite sure what or how we're going to do it, but we'll be doing something like the first weekend in December. I'll put out the flyer. You know, hopefully I can get some more organization of people. You know, hopefully we're going to be doing a ham giveaway. You know, so it's not set in stone yet whether we're going to be cooking or whether we're going to be doing a ham giveaway, but we'll have a registration for different families and stuff. But we have enough time. We're going to work on that all this week, and I'll get it out by Friday, exactly what we're going to be doing and where we're going to be doing it. Hopefully it'll be at schools again in Mound Bayou. But you know, I'd like to thank everybody, man, everybody again, man, who helped us. Candy, Jessica, Tierson, Chantrell, you know, Chaplain King, Chaplain Deloach, my brother Tony, Canez, his daughter Shay. You know, everybody, man, everybody who came through. Am I missing somebody? Oh, Markevian, my nephew Markevian, the cameraman, you know, with the videos and everything. So I know he's working on the pictures right now, editing them, because I really want to get them out and share them with my Facebook world and stuff like that. You know, I want to thank Amy and Amy, Stones Will Cry Out, King's Leadership in Jackson, just different people, Chief Stansel, man, superintendent, DCI Mallet, everybody, man. You know, Jay, you know, y'all call him DCs. I like to thank, you know, everybody who poured into us, man, to make defeating Mound Bayou a success, man. So, you know, it all came together, man. It all came together how God wanted it to be. You know, it was the first one. You know, everything went off as well as it could be for us being with the last minute planning, man. Everything came out about 6 or 7 days ago. You know, and it came through, you know, well. Fed about 150, 60 people, as I say, man, and it was beautiful. So, you know, so thank you. You know, anybody have any questions about mass incarceration, man, just hit me in my inbox, and we'll get to work on it. I get to work on it with James Jones and Lisa Riley. So we'll talk about it. We'll try to get it out there. You know, so we're planning also a march for Mississippi with Michaela and Jacoby Blast and Asiatic Blacks sometime in Jackson, hopefully December 10th. But I don't know. I checked the flyer. You know, there's going to be some speaking, and we're going to march to Lanier. You know, so sometime, but it'll be a march for Mississippi. You know, just a mini Black Lives Matter and all the educators and stuff, and everybody to try to get together and come up with some ideas about how we can help our fellow people who are incarcerated in the state of Mississippi. You know what I mean? With hygiene, just different products and stuff to make their time better, man. So, you know, we have to help. We have to help the system help them. You know what I mean? And so that's the thing that we have to do. Hey, Sheeta, what's up? We want to do it for Tallahassee too. So we want to do it for all the institutions that are in Mississippi, man. Both the private facilities and the correctional facility, MDOC. You know, that's CMC, man, Southern Mississippi, and MSP. So we want to try to do that, man. Try to get some, hopefully to give them a blessed Christmas, and to help them, you know, with different little hygiene stuff, you know. So we're just going through the red tape, trying to go through the right process, man, so we can do that. So we're just trying to be an instrument of change here at home, man, you know, where I grew up at. So it's been a blessing, man. Thank you guys, man. I really appreciate it. Everybody, Chap, take care, man. Be blessed. See you in the morning. Everybody, T, Ms. Roundtree. Chris, what's up, man? Lady Sheeta. Man, y'all give me a thumbs up, man. Y'all take care, man. It's been a blessing. God bless. Look for the video real soon. So.